Hey guys, the other day I went and cleared Dark Visions 27. I got a perfect score on everything except the final boss. The final boss I didn't really feel like dealing with because, he does a bunch of stuff that's annoying. But then I went and pulled for Cecil and got him. So Cecil pretty much directly counters this boss. The boss does an ambush with AoE, 200% Dark Imperil and a Dark Nuke, etc. And Cecil preemptively buffs your party by 200% resist. So yeah, Cecil is pretty much the hard counter to this boss. I now have Cecil, so we're going to go back and do a slightly better score clear. I still don't have all the big DPS, the big new DPS units, so it's not going to be a super great clear, but it'll hopefully be better than before. So here's that 200% Imperil, but Cecil, as you can see, buffs the party with 200 Dark Resist during the ambush, so it pretty much, counters the boss's Imperil, so there we go. So we're going to use Sephiroth to stack his shifted LB. We're going to use Dark Rain, just guard this turn. Cecil will Shelga +3, cover, and do his Magnus to fill his LB gauge, because mine isn't EX2 yet. We can use Premium Dark Fina to Imperil the boss. We can use Hawkeye to double stack Reflect himself. That's from the Dragon Quest accessory. And then Yuna can Needles for next turn. Next turn, the boss will do some AoE physicals, not this turn. There's the Reflect of the magic damage. We just bounce it back, not a problem. Now we're going to go to the base form with Cecil to his Dark form, and we're going to put up Greatsword Imperil and Modifier Boost for darkness damage. Sephiroth can go to the base form, where we're going to Magnus. Dark Rain is going to support Chain Bolting Strike. We're going to do that with Dark Fina. We'll get that chain count score out of the way. And then we're just going to dual wield Lid and Jake's STMR with Yuna and Hawkeye. We'll go ahead and chain this up. This should be a greater than 100 count chain score. There it is. Chain count score complete. Here's the AoE physical, and then we still got more stacks of Reflect on Hawkeye. If you've got the Reflect ring, it makes it way easier, but I don't on the server. So this turn, we're going to use the Magnus and double focus Dark Rain. We're going to have Ashura Dark Fina use the field. Sephiroth will do Tyvis's STMR in the base form. Dark Cecil, and this turn is going to shift. And we're going to, we're going to Modifier Boost, Darkness. We're going to Omni Cover this turn. Make sure I'm doing all this right. We're going to Omni Cover, and then, we don't really need anything else, I guess. I guess we can refresh this enormous resist buff. Doesn't really matter, but we'll do it anyway. Let's see. Yuna on this turn will do her base form LB for Undead Killer, and Hawkeye will do his big Spirit Break. Big being 88%. It's not that big, but it's for Dark Rain. Okay, so here's an AoE Dark Attack that also does disease, but we're all immune to disease in the current forms. There we go. So now we're going to do the SLB of Premium Fina. Now, if you don't kill the boss on turn 4, he gets Mighty Guard for like big mitigations. It does wear off eventually. Like I'm told, turn 8 it's gone, but we're just gonna kill on turn 4 and be done with it. Okay. Also, because we have Sephiroth using Titus's STMR, which is still buffing him on this turn, and if we don't kill in the next 2 turns, we lose that permanently. To the base form with Cecil, where we're going to Darkness 3 times. It's been Modifier boosted a bunch. And then we're going to support chain with Hawkeye doing this and this. Not entirely sure of the timing. So let me map this real quick. So 64, 65, 66, 69 minus 1 for the chain is 68. Assuming we cap this right, this will be a 68-point chain. Alright, I didn't quite see what the chain count was. Let's find out. 68 count chain, 2.4 billion damage. A lot better than my previous clear. Let's see how my rank changes at this point. Okay, bleh. 33, 33. Yeah, my rank went up. Alright, so who did the damage here? Sephiroth, big boy damage. He's got Titus's ST Mar, which is an enormous deal. So for those of you that are my global viewers, yes, Titus ST Mar just completely throws the power creep out of whack. It is so brokenly overpowered, it brings back old units like Sephiroth, makes them crazy strong. Unfortunately, it does put a clock on your clear. You have to clear within within 5 turns to use it. And then Dark Cecil is primarily a tank, but does okay damage, 779 million. And then Dark Rain, outdated. Outdated, makes me feel bad. Anyway, there was our clear. So we've got rank 439. Yeah, I didn't pull for any of the new units, so whatever. It's fine. Okay, so I'll show you the team that I used. It's a lot better than I was before. So Dark Cecil in the base form is 300% Undead Killer, Chain Cap up, 1,000 or 8,547 attack power. Here's the gear we're using. His Chronicled Sword is two-handed at this point. And then Shift Form is just using some Dark Resist. It's a tank, but, kind of whatever. I just stuck some mana regen on him because, who cares? His tank form is kind of insane. It's literally 400% to every single stat while completely... Let me show you. Let's unequip Cecil entirely. Cecil is completely naked at this point, is still maxed on everything. That is Cecil. Cecil is the craziest unit. Literally naked, no card, no gear, nothing, and he is 400% in every single stat. He is the easiest to gear tank in the game. Anyway, Sephiroth in the base form is Titus ST Mar and 100 Dark Resist, Disease Immunity, and Titus's Spirit. Shift form is 8,100 attack power, maxed Undead Killer. Other than that, his usual stuff. He caps Undead Killer very easily. Dark Rain is using a two-handed whip for variance, and the whip in peril came from Premium Fina. Other than that, he is maxed on Undead Killer, 7,300 magic, and even though he has EX3, and even though he did focus all the way, Dark Rain is big sad face. He is not a good DPS anymore. Never really was, to be honest here. Yuna was for the Undead Killer. She just did support chaining with Lid and Jake's ST Mar. Mirage for the turn 2 AoE physical, and then multi-element chaining for building the chain quicker. Hawkeye is our provoker. He's using the Dragon Quest double reflect thing for the magic stuff. Reflect ring be way easier if you had it. Passive provoke evasion, and he is using Dark Resist and Poppy's ST Mar. And then Premium Fina is just some Dark Resist and Disease Immunity. Other than that, the Imperil spell so that we don't lose points for chaining with Poppy's STMR. And that was my Dullahan clear. Still not great, but better than it was. Anyway, see you next time.